We're starting this pod for a couple of reasons. Mainly because we just don't like what we see on there. You know, we don't see greatness online. You know? So what I've done is I've gathered the finest minds that you've never heard of, and we're going to create a platform where we can tell you the real truth about the game. Now, today I'm joined by two of my most esteemed colleagues who I will let introduce themselves. My name is Igal. I'm an Arsenal fan. Unfortunately, is one of my greatest regrets in life, but there's no turning back now. Sorry, I drifted away to a dark place there. Baz, I'll let you take it away.
Yo, excited to be here, man. I'm excited. It's a pleasure. Baz, as Igor already said, also known as Mr. 100%. I'm yet to have a bad take on the sport, and I'm also a neutral. I'm not into that whole, please let my club win. You know, I'm a fan of the art. I'm a fan of the game. So that's what I'll be doing on this podcast.
Yeah, and I'm Bugs, Booty, Abs. A lot of people call me different things. I'm also a very passionate Arsenal fan.
Very passionate, that one.
Yeah. Maybe too passionate. But yeah, that's about it, really. I can't take the guys serious with that.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm absolutely. You see my face? I'm dying, bro. I don't even know why I'm doing this.
Normal trim.
What?
It's your normal trim, man.
One second.
Oh my days, that's so unfair, bro.
I take off. Yeah, let's.
You wanted to show the people, yeah?
I actually thought he's been in a sauna, bro.
Bro, can you see it, bro? It's glistening. So listen, boys, we are. Yeah,
I got to tell the fans first. You two, as much as you're gonna probably try to come across as like level-headed Arsenal fans, you're emotional fans. You're a bit too passionate, and I'm the guy that's gonna keep it neutral.
No,
we'll let it be the judge of that.
Yeah.
Booty's gonna do that. Yeah, I am full disclosure. mentally ill.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm happy to admit that.
I can co-sign that for sure.
I'm all the way off the deep end. And so whilst we're kind of on the topic of Arsenal, where, you know, in Euro season, England begin their tradition of fumbling it in spectacular fashion by losing at home 1-0 to Iceland. And the main man, Bukayo Saka, is the face of the defeat. Boys, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but every single newspaper outlet, publication, Twitter page has this guy who's been on for 25 minutes as the face of the loss. Boots, I'm going to defer to your judgment here first. What do you make of it?
I want Baz to go first. I want him to give us his
opinion. All right. So,
usually
first and foremost, I've seen it. All right, I've seen it. One thing I'd say is, you know, we're talking about it now because football fans and, you know, Euros is coming up and everything. But it's pretty consistent, this thing, across industry, bro. It's not even about football, man. Like, we saw it last time when they missed the penalties. They were getting stick for it. Other people were getting, like, they were just getting freebies, not getting criticized enough. So I think it's an issue, bro. I feel bad. But a part of me is like, it's part of it comes with the game, you know?
It's Gabos.
Like, I know it's not fair, but yeah, exactly. Right on cue, bro. It's a bit of Gabos, bro. The game ain't based on sympathy, man, or built on sympathy. So I think a solid player like should do, like Saka, or a solid professional. Like, I know it's hard, it gets to them and everything, but I feel like you're getting paid a shit ton of money, maybe not international level or whatever it is. You're getting paid a shit ton of money. There is a lot of pressure on your shoulders. It's almost like accept it because it is bullshit, but you got to kind of accept it and just play your game. Where I don't like it is when it starts impacting the game. So I'll call it terrible and shit, and I don't like seeing it. But it's sort of like, yeah, we're going to have to get over it because it's always been the case. And it probably won't stop, bro. That's my take in their summary fashion.
For me, obviously, I'm an Arsenal fan. So, and I love Saka. And Saka's also, everyone knows he's from like Anns. So he's like a local boy, innit? And Baz always gets onto us, yeah, for like, I actually like England. Like, I want them to do well. But bro, when I saw that, yeah, I woke up. I actually watched the second half of that game. England were dead. Like throughout the whole game, they were meaty. By the way, they were so shit. This gas about Cole Palmer, overhyped as usual, bro. Him and Foden and Kane do not work together. Everyone's like, it looks like everyone wants to be in the same space. And when was the last time Foden even had a good game for England? I can't even remember. But anyways, it's a different topic, bro. But after I woke up, yeah, and I saw all those articles, because I went on X or Twitter, or whatever you want to call it. Bro, I can't lie. I just felt, bro, I want England to get flamboyed. I want them to get smoked in this tournament, bro. Because I don't, obviously, I like the kid a lot in it. But, bro, the way he came on for 20 minutes, and I swear to God, when him and Trent came on, they weren't amazing, but they were better than what was on before that, bro. Like, and it just pissed me off, like, bro, like, obviously, he didn't even have the chance. He touched the ball like twice, 3 times. And they were so needy before. They were losing. Like, to pin it on him, it just pissed me off. And I can't lie, a big part of me now just wants England to get smoked. And I don't want Zach to start. I want Palmer to start. Because the way they hype this youth, him and Foden, I want both of them to start. I want to see what I just want to sit back. I want to watch.
Respect, Phil. Respect, Phil.
Yeah, well, let's see. We'll see.
No. Listen, you're the one who says, I call it like it is. Bro, this guy has had stinker after stinker after stinker, and there's never a word written about this guy. Meanwhile, the Times, I think it was a Times, I can't remember what it was yet for England. Yeah, I can't remember if it was a Times or whatever. Bro, on the 38th minute of the game, they had an article loaded, full article, not just like a little 1 or 2 liner, a full article loaded about why Kobe Mainoo was hindering Declan Rice's game. That means he must have started writing this stuff before the game even started, bro. It was a fact-checked article. I've never seen anything like it, bro. The hit pieces, one after another. Declan Rice, who we rate, 25 years old. Meanwhile, this guy's playing like his third England, second, and they're pinning the blame on him. But honestly, my take is I blame all these guys. I actually do blame. I blame Saka for not going to play for Nigeria. I blame Sterling for not going out to play for Jamaica. Because you know what comes to the territory. The same thing. Sterling buys a drum for his mum, and he's getting lambasted for it. Oh, a deadbeat dad on 400 bags a week waste 2 million on buying a house for mum. Wow. Wow. And then these are the guys you're representing.
Yeah, and they have to call out he has a gun tattoo. Irrelevant. Some of the tattoos I've seen on players are howlers, but they just want to call out.
They killed him for it as well.
Bro, you know my question, like Mainoo, for example. You know how you want to give the youth a chance, yeah? But Southgate or any manager knows with this level of game comes all this criticism and pressure. So you know when a manager considers playing the player or starting them or giving them a minute, should they consider these things, bro? Should it just be ability, what you do on the ball? Or is it like he's 18, if he has a bad game and gets absolutely blasted in the media, is that going to impact them? Because I know you're going to tell me Gabos, bro. But then that goes back to the Saka thing. What are you going to tell me?
Well, listen, we had this argument off cam, full-fledged about Jude Bellingham, and he's saying his age not being a factor in the pressure of, having to deliver. But the truth is, bro, when you do a miss kick and you check your IG DMs, bro, and there's 25,000 monkey emojis, bro, it might cause impact to your performance. You know what I'm saying? So being able to rise above that pressure is a skill.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why managers should probably ease in these players. But then when you have a lot of young players that are playing well, how does the manager do that? Or how does he balance?
You can't. You just got to play them. You just got to play them.
Then that's going to come with the criticism. That's again a problem. But is it that does it become a thing where players need to be trained to take these criticisms, which is a very very strange thing? I
personally think they can't be any more media trained. My 2 cents on it is that, bro, I think England has been this way. It's not going to change, in my opinion, not in the near future anyways. And when England bomb out this tournament, prepare to see some black faces on back pages, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the way it's going to go, man. We got whilst we're on the topic of the Euros and England potentially getting embarrassed there as well, I've got the table here in front of me in terms of how the groups are laid out. Personally, you guys know my opinion. I want the wide audience to know that I absolutely hate international football, but we have nothing else happening in the next month, so we are forced to talk about it. And I'm looking at the group stages. It's going to be starting on the 14th of June. Germany versus Scotland. In terms of the actual groups themselves, we're looking at Germany, Scotland, Hungary, Switzerland, Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania. That's actually a sick group. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a good group. Slovenia, Denmark, Serbia, England, Poland, Netherlands, Austria, France. That's another interesting little group.
I have a question, man. Before we get there, have England? I don't know the history. I don't remember all these things. Yeah, have England ever had a bad stage in these competitions, like a tough group? I mean, I always remember like they get sort of like these easy runs, man. When you said that group, I don't know. Is it a group?
I personally can't think of the last time they had to play like a serious team in the group stages of anything.
But all right,
World Cup. I mean, I can't remember who England played in the World Cup.
Didn't have Iran, USA.
Yeah, you're right. Iran, USA. Yeah, and it was one other barely their country. And this time, it's really no different. They've got Slovenia, Denmark, and Serbia. Yeah, that was the Euros, no?
I think it was World Cup as well, because I remember Iran and the thing had to play Wales as well.
Yeah, spot on. It was Wales. Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine, Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, the Czech Republic. So look, one or two decent games in the group stages in terms of caliber of player. I think, first of all, what I'd love to hear about is your predictions. I'm going to go reverse order. Booty, just off the top of the dome, who do you think is going to go all the way?
This might be, I don't know, actually, I don't know who's seen as the favourites. I guess Germany, when they're in it, they're always seen as one of the favourites. But I know France and England are big favourites for this Euros. But for me personally, I feel like Germany's got they could be the dark horse. This might, in hindsight, might be an awful shout, but I like Schlotterbeck a lot from Dortmund, the centre back. I like their midfield. It's like nice balance of youth and experience. They got Gundogan, they got Cruz, they got Musiala, they got Florian Wirtz. Their wing backs, I'm not too sure about, but obviously they got Neuer, they got Rudiger.
Who have they got?
They got Havertz.
Why are you not mentioning him, man? He's actually been good, man.
The
previous hater, he's been all right, man.
Yeah. He's actually good. He's finding his feet this calendar year, anyways. England, England's the same old. But I think one thing Southgate's had a howler with is that the back line. The back line, the call-ups for the back line have been atrocious, in my opinion. And that's why I ruled them out. And I think they're actually going to underachieve, if anything.
Lewis Dunk over Branthwaite. Well, what are we predicting, Booty, for England? You said underachieve. What's the furthest they'll go?
Let me have a look. So if they go, their group C, yeah. So they got, they'll get through their group.
Barely. Barely. These are the games, yeah.
Gal, just to remind me, the winners, the Group C, do they play Group D?
So I think if Germany finish first and England finish second, they'll play each other in the first knockout.
Is it Group B or Group A and Group C?
I think so.
Yeah, man, bro. Look, I feel like as soon as they get one of these big hitters, they'll get bopped out. Whether that's the first, the round of 32 now, because they've increased the size of this now. Oh yeah,
I think so. I think it's something like that. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah.
So but then again, there aren't that many big hitters. That's the thing about the Euros.
Last time bro, I swear to God, I'm not even joking. Yeah, I know England usually when it comes to the warm-up friendlies before tournaments, they kind of stink it up and they're still all right. But bro, I don't know about this group, man. Like Slovenia, I think they'll beat the Slovenia. Denmark, I don't even know too much about Denmark. I feel like Serbia are always a tough nut to crack in these competitions. So, bro, if they finish second somehow, some way, they finish second in this group. I don't know. It would have to be a howler, and they draw Germany, bro. I can see them going out. I'm not even joking.
100%.
England, Germany.
Versus Germany. It's not really that much of a form. It's like a derby. It's
In
like
Germany,
really a form game.
In
Germany.
Germany.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? 60,000 Schweinsteigers in the stands, bro. It's gonna be a long evening for England, brother. These guys, remember when they beat Germany 5-1 in like 2001 in a friendly, bro? They released the DVD, and they still talk about that game to this day. It was a friendly game. So the English guys are they just got that fear built in the DNA. We're going to see the same classic stories. You know, there's going to be a bunch of pissed up white guys who are going to be doing the whole 10 German bombers in the air, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be a long evening. But
I'm seeing now there's only 24 teams. Bro. Is it usually that small, bro?
How many teams, sorry?
24. I'm only seeing up to Group F. Sounds small.
Yeah,
usually,
right.
Man.
Yeah, I feel like they, because I don't know, the year Portugal won it.
Yeah.
It was a bigger group where they might be actually still.
No. You guys, no. So basically, there's it goes up to Group F, and then I think a couple of the teams who finished third, the fastest runners up, progress into the next round as well.
Okay.
So that's how Portugal won it. If you remember when Portugal won in 2016, they finished third in their group, but they were the highest third place.
By the way, Portugal. I have my little. I don't know, man. There's something in me that's telling me Portugal will do well, man. They'll do very well. Maybe it's my because I like one of their players very much. So, you guys can guess who it is. I speak about him quite a bit.
I think again, just like a stone.
Oh, Bernardo.
Nah, Vitinha.
Oh,
Vitinha.
of course, yeah.
I think he's gonna cook, man. I think he's gonna cook.
The only thing is, he has to move past Ronaldo. If he doesn't have the cojones to drop Ronaldo.
But he did in the World Cup, innit? When he played,
it was a different manager. It's Martinez now. That was the old manager.
Okay,
I don't know, man.
How does this guy keep landing these Premier national team gigs? By the way, what in his tenure at Belgium convinced Portugal that this is the guy who's going to take them over the edge, considering the talent he wasted in Belgium?
Yeah.
How does this man still have a job? I don't understand, bro. This is sometimes in football we wonder. It's like a very, very shallow talent pool of people, especially considering that Portugal had Mourinho openly twerking for them, who would be perfect for this kind of tournament format where more often than not it's defensive teams. Like it's not really a team that's going to be like just open, expansive. You know, even you look at all the teams that like Spain that won it in 2010, for example. They weren't really like blitzing teams. They were kind of edging games here and there, 1-0, 2-0, this kind of games. Mourinho would have been perfect for it. I personally, by the way, don't think Portugal's team is that wavy. Like it's got names, but I don't know, man. I don't think they got them. If you put Vitinha and Bernardo in the middle, that's a lightweight. That's a lightweight. João Neves.
Yeah, that new kid. I don't know. That got the big talk around him.
Yeah, they want like 120 for him, but we're talking about 5 midfielders.
Who you got? Who you got? Favorite?
Me.
Favorite.
I feel confident about Germany as well. I think they'll impress a lot of people. Home nation, talented coach. They started betting into tactics, but can you bet against France? That's my question.
Yeah,
it's not really a great take. To be fully honest with you, can you bet against France? If the Netherlands had anybody other than De Boer and Ronald Koeman, they've also got good names. Like they've got decent players. Van
Well,
Dijk there in the back. You've got.
I feel like I don't think he took. Xerxes for Bologna. He's having a top season there. That striker. He didn't take him.
Yeah,
He took Weghorst, bro.
I did not know this, bro. You're serious, bro.
Oh my gosh, that World Cup campaign did miracles for this player. Oh
Shit,
my god,
bro! I don't know. That guy's got the best agent on the planet, bro.
Ew, bro. He's one of the shittest players I've ever seen in my life as well. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Xerxes. I just confirmed it. Xerxes not in the team, and Weghorst is, bro. And do you know what's the crazy stat? Sorry to cut you off, but the pie for all the attacking talents Holland's ever had, the pie is I think 4 or 5 goals of breaking the all-time record to being the top scorer ever. Just a bit strange, isn't it?
Well, is the pie one of those guys? Yeah, obviously they've had much better talent, but is he one of those guys that I think because of the way he is, like, I don't know. What do you think he's a baller? I feel like he's a baller, but I think he's a bit. I don't know. He's sort of over critiqued because of the way he is. I don't know. He's singing songs. He has that lifestyle. He has that. What do you
had this problem before? In terms of like pure talent and technique, they've had a few of these guys over the years, that like when they're young, they flirt with being a superstar, but for whatever reason, they never really quite break through to the mainstream. Remember Ryan Babel, for example? Guys like this, who kind of turn up, and then when they're young, they're like the wonder kid, and then they never really reach the heights, Now, it's going to be like one of those Fugazi stats if he becomes top goal scorer, because it's like, Romelu Lukaku scored his 85th goal for Belgium yesterday. 85.
Yeah.
He's like top five international scorers of all time. And he's dog shit, bro. What the hell?
Yeah.
Dog shit is crazy, man.
Yeah, dog shit is a bit of a disrespect.
Bro, Lukaku when he was younger, bro, he was
bully.
He's a good player,
bro, listen, there's been like what $400 million spent on this guy in
and by the way, you're talking like Belgium have had a wide array of historical wavy strikers, like Lukaku being.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm comparing it to the all-time rankings, bro. I'm not comparing it to other Belgium guys. I'm saying he scored 85 international goals, and he's a bit. Okay, look, let me ask you a question, and I know the answer already because you're defending Lukaku. Chips are down. You're in a big semi or a big final, and you have him or in terms of like, bro, Edin Dzeko, Lautaro Martinez, all these guys. There's a reason why he didn't start the final in the Champions League last season. It's because when the chips are down, this is a guy you don't trust. He's never going to get you over the line. So what's the point? All these 50 goals against Liechtenstein. Who gives a monkey?
Bro, Igor. Listen, we can't talk in extremities here, bro. Lukaku might not get you over the line, but he's not garbage, innit?
But plenty of teams have paid, get you over the line money for him.
All right. I hear it. I still think.
How many teams have played? Serious.
Why is Lukaku getting his own segment in this?
I'm thinking him. He's in a good bracket. Yeah. All right, look, back to Euros. I'm gonna give him a dark horse, and I want to hear yours real quick. I think the dark horse not gonna get to the final semis, but I think they're gonna do very well, or much better than they have been recently in international tournaments, or than people might think they will. Turkey.
Okay.
Turkey.
You think Turkey, bro. I feel like people say Turkey every tournament. I think every tournament, man. Turkey's a dark horse,
right, bro? Just because they had the tight, and Turkish league was a super tight run. 2 teams, almost 100 points or whatever, like 99 and 102.
Yeah.
I think Turkey are going into this one with a bit more oomph than they usually have. And
they got 2 wonder kids. Sorry to
that one exactly. What's his name?
They're from Madrid.
Yeah,
and they got the Juventus, the Kenan Yildiz, I think his name is.
Yeah. He's a winger, isn't it? He's the reason they're trying to get rid of Chiesa in Juventus.
Oh, really?
Chiesa's on the market. Who's your dark horse, Abudu? Do you have a team that you think could surprise this time around?
I don't know. To be honest, I thought Germany was a dark horse, but I guess that's still a big team, isn't it?
What?
What?
I don't know, bro. I can't. Maybe, do you know what? Yeah, do you know who's got a fun little team? I don't expect them to win it, but I think Spain's got with Yamin Yamal, Pedri.
I'm excited. Excited for them for sure, bro.
It's not the Spain of old, but they've got they got Nico Williams. They got quite a little fun team. Rodri, Zubimendi. Never know.
I'm going to tell you who I think is going to be my dark horse here. My dark horse prediction for this tournament is going to be Austria. Yeah, Austria are in the group with France and the Netherlands, and I think, and Poland as well. We mustn't forget Poland, even they forget about themselves sometimes.
They're the most boring team in every international tournament.
Yeah.
Garbage. I will not waste a minute talking about them.
They've always got a chance to do like a, they come up against the favorite, and you're like, bet on Poland, bet on Poland. Never, and Lewandowski just stinks it up, and you're always waiting for him to do something, bro.
Lewandowski, bro, he's never done it. But Austria, bro, I think they could pick the Netherlands. By the way, that's my gut feeling. They got a decent coach in Ralf Rangnick, whatever people think about him. And then if you look at the players they have, it's going to be a race against time if David Alaba's fit. They've got Arnautovic, they've got Sabitzer, they've got Konrad Laimer from Madrid, Florian Grilic, who's a good player as well. They've got a few talented guys, man. And if they beat Poland, which they will, they get a result against the Netherlands, I actually think they could at least finish in the fastest runner-up position. Because you only really need a win and a draw to get you into...
Is Arnautovic still their striker?
Yeah. He's been decent, by the way, for Inter Milan this season. I'm not joking. As a bench player, but
I've heard
he has been decent.
His last couple of years in Serie A, he's kind of had a little rejuvenation.
I might get a fact check later on, but I think he's got the record for the longest gap between Champions League goals. Remember, this guy was on the team with the Jose Mourinho's treble-winning team. Marko Arnautovic was on there.
Oh yes, yeah, he was as well. That's crazy.
So he could be. Yeah, he was. I mean, they had Balotelli, Milito, Eto'o. He wasn't really getting past that pecking order, but so yeah, I think Austria could be my dark horse in terms of like kind of breakout stars. You kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier on with the Turkish wonder kids and João Neves from Portugal. But do you have a name for us of somebody who can kind of really become a mainstream name?
You know, Baz loves a little wonder kid, isn't it?
Yeah, Rising Ballers FC over here.
Hold on, I was muted. No. That's the last thing I am, bro. But, but the thing is, some of the wonder kids. We had this discussion, right? Like, there's a difference between these wonder kids and the Rising Ballers, yeah. Because the wonder kids became wonder kids because they've actually balled out. You get me, bro? What's his name? The Spanish one playing for Yamal. He's not playing for Barca because he's a rising baller. He's playing for Barca because out of the million rising ballers, the Bears actually showed up. You get it? So I want to differentiate between rising. I don't like the rising baller agenda. I like the wonder kid agenda. So I can back that. Having said that, I think he's gonna cook. I think he'll be sick.
I forgot about him as well. And we forgot when we were talking about Spain. He's
Rudy mentioned him, bro. He's bro, the way he dribbles, when I watch him dribble, sometimes I'm like, did he mean it, bro? But then he does it so often. It's like some unorthodox way of just that extra last touch past the defender. But he's solid, man. I think his frame helps him. He has this long frame, slim. Yeah, he'll probably. I think as he grows, he'll probably naturally lose a bit of that nimbleness, but he'll continue to play the way he does. I think he'll cook. I mentioned him earlier. He's not a wonder kid because he's older, innit? Vitinha, I think he can have a great campaign. I'm a fan of him. Champions League, I think he was great. So I got my eyes on those two. But the good thing is I feel like more and more nowadays in these competitions, more of these wonder kids are actually playing, you know? Like England, Mainu's playing. I don't think like 4-6 years ago, someone at that level will play in centre mid. So yeah, I think this competition will be more exciting than usual. And because there's no out-and-out favourite, like back in the day, it was like two teams and one of them wins kind of thing. Obviously, there are the the ones that are you can never bet against. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see it, man. I think it'll be more exciting than other tournaments that we've had.
Yeah, for
Agreed.
sure.
Who's your wonder kid or your breakout star? Not really age specific, but somebody who you think is going to kind of come summer transfer window, raise their stocks.
I mean, you mean Yamal? Is it Lamal or Yamal? Is it
Yamal.
Yamal.
Yeah, that's the one. But yeah, I think he has the opportunity. And you know what? Someone of a lesser profile than him because he plays for a lesser team. I think Nico Williams can do some big things in this tournament because they're playing on. I think they both like playing on the right, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But Nico Williams is both-footed, so I don't see why he can't play on the left as well. But if they start both of them, bro, I feel like Spain have a really good two wingers, and I think Goulet, this is his chance. Like, I think I've been reading that he's been a bit unhappy. Obviously, he wants to play and whatever, but he has to understand that he's at Madrid. But I've been reading that he's throwing a bit of strops here and there because he doesn't get to start a lot at Madrid.
Does he have the right to do that? Do you think, or is it? Do you leave or do you put up with that shit? Just a quick one. I don't want to go off topic.
I mean, I don't know if he's got the right because, bro, he signed up for Madrid and he knows who's in front of him. Like, the best of the best are in front of him. But I get it. I kind of rate it as well that he has a bit of ego about him, a bit of fight, and he's not like he's not like a deer in headlights. He's not scared to stake his claim. But yeah, going back to Turkey, I think, bro, if they start him and he shows up, he could have a top tournament, man. I feel like he's raring to go. But yeah, those are my two main guys are Yamal and Goulet, to be honest. What about you?
Another one, Igor, before you go, I feel like he's already a player, but what's his name? Xavi Simons. Is that his name?
That's a big.
I think he's like proven, I guess. Like he's a proven young player, but I feel like as a proven of the young bucks. Like he plays at a good level. I think he can also do something for them, man, for Netherlands. So that's another one. I'll have them free to watch. Go on, Igor.
For me, it's going to be. I'm looking more at the guys who are already being scouted for moves, like the guys who've got that pressure to deliver. Yeah, like Benjamin Sesko for Slovenia. I mean, there's United, Chelsea, Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's big teams who are like serious about bringing this guy on board, and he's got an opportunity here with obviously the England game with. Serbia as well. Like there's some matchups there where he can actually showcase his
I just
skills.
feel like with him though, where it's a bit unfair is it's a bit of a carry. Like he doesn't have anyone to help. There's no one to come with him. You know, like he's a 9, and he can be quite easily isolated in a lot of games. And it's not
as a 9. Yeah, that's a fact. Other positions you can do more. With him, it's a bit difficult.
That's true. And my second pick was going to actually be Johan Bakayoko, who's the right winger for Belgium, who plays for PSV. And this guy, like for the last 2 or 3 seasons, there's just been like rumors floating around. He's just quietly gone about his work in the Netherlands. And I think because of the flops of Anthony and all these other guys who've come over to the Premier League recently, Cody Gakpo has kind of just cooled the jets a little bit on him delivering. But I think he'll be like a main man for Belgium, and there's going to be no better opportunity than Kevin De Bruyne feeding you balls on the wing to try and showcase your skills. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I mean, major pause there.
Major.
Big Y. But yeah, I think he's. No, Diddy. Those are probably my 2 major picks for guys who look at everyone else kind of like Florian Wirtz. Like the people are like known. Like you said, like the young guys are getting more and more of an opportunity. There's a few guys like Adam Wharton, the Crystal Palace guy.
Like him.
But then you the question: is he even going to get minutes?
He's going to play, probably.
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to go with Mainu or him. My gut feeling tells me Mainu because he's.
I also think. The Mainu thing, man. Like I'm happy for the kid. You know how I was separating the rising ballers and all that? I think he's still in the rising ballers category. I don't know if he's levels to start for England, so I don't know if the plan is to start him. I don't know, man. I'm a bit worried for him. Is my
You know, it's with Mainu, yeah.
my
One thing I
opinion.
want to say, I think Mainu can play. Like, don't get me wrong, for his age, what is 19, 8, yeah, 9, I think he just turned 19, his first season in professional football. I think he can play. Like, but my issue with him is off the ball, he just looks so lackluster. Like, he doesn't look like he's got the engine to play box to box. Like, I think he can play, like, for his age. Like, like on the ball, he looks very mature, makes the right decisions a lot of the time. He's had don't get me wrong, for the first season in the Premier League, like for his age, like a top season for him. Scored a lot of winners, scored in the final for United. But I just think when I watch him play, I feel like there's not that bite, there's not that energy. Like
he hasn't got a good motor. I think you're right. I think he
Yeah.
hasn't got a great motor, man, and I think that's probably the biggest knock against him. I also think, at international level, that the caliber of athletes that he's going to come up against compared to who he's man marking on a weekly basis could give him the capacity to maybe coast a little bit, or get away with those same things. But I also think I don't think England are.
I think
that worked out.
Yeah. I think if Rice plays with him, I think Rice can't do what he does at Arsenal. I think he can't go forward. I think he's got to be way more regimented, stay in front of the back four. Like you saw it, man. He went forward against Iceland, and it was Mainu. Like I'm not blaming it on Mainu. Obviously, bro, they played shit, and there was still a few defenders that he had to. I don't even know who scored for Iceland, but the defender had to beat and like cut in and shoot. And Ramsdale arguably could have done better, but I feel like for a young player and for not only him, Mainu and Foden or Bellingham, whoever's going to start with Rice, maybe Bellingham a little less because I feel like Bellingham does chip in and off the ball a bit more. But when it's especially with Mainu and Foden, I feel like Rice has got a big job on his hands in midfield, man.
Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't really got high hopes for England. But yeah, boys, just to recap. So you believe Germany's going to win Abdullah. Your dark horse is...
I don't know how much of a dark horse it is, but
Greece?
It's Spain.
Spain,
yeah.
Yeah, no, I was make a point. And yeah, I mean, look, Baz has gone also a bit more in terms of his dark horse. Remind me, your dark horse was who again?
Not to surprise
Turkey.
the people, Turkey. To surprise the people.
And your breakout stars were Lamine Yamal and Arda Güler.
Who's your
No,
favourite, Baz?
Yamal.
And Iga, you both didn't
I
say
didn't
your
give a
favourite.
favorite. I didn't give a favorite, but I think Portugal. I think Portugal will do something, man.
You got a feeling,
Favorite?
yeah.
Favorite? I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go, bro. I'm gonna say France, man. I'm gonna say France.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's hard to count against them, but I hope they don't. I want, in an ideal world.
What about you,
We
Iga?
have,
Did you say your favourite?
Yeah, look, I mean, for me, if I'm being serious with my take, it's going to be between Germany and France. Shock. I don't think Spain have got enough up front, man. If they're playing Morata up top still, then they're going to have to pause for a little while. And you need a guy to bag chances, bruv. And that guy's as club-footed as it gets. But yeah, boys, it's been an absolute pleasure. And what we will do is we will sit down again a week from now, potentially, if our timelines all line up, and we'll go through the first weekend of the tournament, I guess.
Oh yeah, when did you say? Is it next weekend? Yeah, first
Friday.
First month. Friday. Oh, definitely, mate.
Yeah.
Next weekend, definitely. We'll see how my dark horse is kicked off, bro. They might have kicked out.
yeah. This is it. Well, listen, boys, pleasure as always, and yeah, we'll catch up again very shortly.
For
This
sure.
has been Gabos Sports. Game ain't built on sympathy.
Never forget.
Never forget.